Every family's got a story they tell at the supper table. This one's mine. I was 10 years old, and it started at the back door. Crisp October morning, frost still on the gate, rifle riding Daddy's shoulder. I could hardly wait, but Mama caught my sleeve before we hit the yard, said those are God's own creatures, son, and held my eyes real hard. Leaves were crunching underneath our boots like brittle bones, golden sunlight slipping through them trees like we weren't alone. Not unless you're gonna eat it, boy, that's the only reason why we only take what we need out here under this big old sky. No shooting just for show, son, no bragging rights to feed. Not unless you're gonna eat it. We only take what we need. About a mile into the timber, I looked up at my dad, said, Mama says we shouldn't kill him. Is hunting good or bad? Well, he stopped right in his tracks like he'd walked into a wall, knelt down slow to meet my eyes, and the woods got quiet, y'all. He took his hat off, scratched his head, looked up through the pines, said, son, that's a hard one. Give your old man time. Well, the way I see it, we were put in charge of all of this, the birds, the deer, every living thing out here. That's not a license, son. That's a trust. Sometimes a man hunts to put food on his family's table, and there's no shame in that. But never just for fun. Never to show off. A good man looks after the animals in his care. So we say thank you. We take only what we need. No being mean, no wasting nothing. Every creature out here is a gift, and one day we'll answer for how we treated them. Not unless you're gonna eat it, boy, that's the only reason why we only take what we need out here under this big old sky. No shooting just for show, son, no bragging rights to feed. Not unless you're gonna eat it. We only take what we need. We walked a little quieter, moved a little slow, no rush shots, no careless talk, just watching the world below. And something passed between us on that old familiar ground. A boy became a little more a man without a sound. By the time we headed home that day, the sun was hanging low. I was carrying more than supper. I was carrying what I know. Now I got a boy of my own. He's about that age. We walked them same old woods, turning that same page. And when he raised his rifle at a bird up in a tree, I heard my daddy's voice come rolling out of me. Not unless you're gonna eat it, boy, that's the only reason why we only take what we need out here under this big old sky. No shooting just for show, son, no bragging rights to feed. Not unless you're gonna eat it. We only take what we need. We did it the right way. Daddy quiet steps, thankful hearts. And you know something? I think Mama would be proud.